Well, hello there, and welcome to something completely different. I am going to be doing a like a series of short videos throughout December, from the 1st to 25th, as sort of like an advent calendar, if you will, of my top 25 video games of 2025. And the important thing to note here is that they are not all games that were released in 2025, but rather games that I played in 2025. Literally any game that I played is on the table, whether I finished it or not, whether I've played it before, whether it released this year or not, whether it's a port or not. It doesn't matter. If I played it, it's on the table, I have considered it, and I've narrowed down my list from like 102 or 3, I think, total games to 25. So that's the spiel. And the first game on the list is Bloodbark. This is a game I got from itch.io, and it is developed by a developer calling himself Sir Tartarus. This one actually was a 2025 release, came out in April. And Bloodbark is a short experience that will take maybe half an hour to beat if you goof around a bunch. And it's an indie horror game where you play as a lumberjack. Your goal is to look for special trees that bleed when chopped, which, if I'm remembering the lore correctly, are very rare and worth a ton of money in this world. So your dude wants to collect a bunch of this lumber, sell it, and retire early. Live the dream, right? Of course, it's not that simple. As you stay in the forest longer, and as you cut down more of these bloodbark trees, you begin to have hallucinations. And of course, they only get more vivid and disturbing as the game goes on. Eventually, you start to question reality, and if the trees that you're cutting down are really even trees at all. And that vagueness is part of what made this game really stick in my mind. That's kind of like one of the big things when it comes to horror games specifically, is like, keep the story interesting, but vague, so that people have something to talk about, right? I mean, I thought about it for weeks after I finished playing, just muddling over the details and trying to figure out what exactly was going on and what the meaning of it all was. I think in the end it's maybe supposed to be about respecting nature or something, but I really can't be sure. I mean, I'd have to watch my playthrough again. Subtle plug. I don't remember the fine details of the story, but I seem to recall that being a thing. There's also 2 fairly different paths through the game, with one ending that is significantly more ambiguous than the other. And while Bloodbark is effectively just a walking simulator, and I don't say that with any sort of disdain, I like walking simulators. I have no problem with them. It does reward exploration by containing a metric buttload of little secrets and Easter eggs. There's also a number of in-game achievements that you can collect or unlock or whatever, and even a series of like hidden collectibles that you might not even notice if you weren't looking for them. So overall, it's a short game, it's a little game, it's a simple game, but I had a great time playing it, and I look back on it quite fondly. So I'm going to give it the coveted first spot in my top 25 of 25. That doesn't mean it's the top of the list or the bottom of the list. I organized them very, generally. I basically went through my list of 25 and gave each one a score, 1 to 5. 1 being like the ones I was least passionate about, and 5 being the ones I was most excited about. So Bloodbark got a 1, but it's still on the list, so it left a strong impression on me. And that's, I think, all I have to say for this first entry in this series. Again, I want to just keep it a short little, maybe ramble about each game. Not a full review or anything, just kind of like my knee-jerk thoughts of why I was even putting it on the list in the first place. So yeah, that's it. That's day 1 of 25. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!